can strive to be our best, and that's just what our next two guests, that's the mission each and every day they put in front of them. As director of Amazon's Selling Partner Services business, Natalie Angelello works closely with independent sellers and small businesses to help them succeed and empower them to be a force for good in their local communities. And one business is the Women's Bean Project, led by Tamron Ryan, whose mission is to give women a second chance at life with not only employment, with steps and tools to become a better person. Please welcome Natalie and Tamron to the Tam Fam. Welcome.
Thank you.
I love this. I know that Amazon, the theme of this show has been striving. Amazon strives to be this amazing place to launch and build successful businesses. They work with businesses throughout their journey to lift them up, like the journey with the women teamed up with Tamron. That has to be just such an important thing.
Well, we welcomed independent sellers into our store almost 25 years ago now. And today, more than 60% of the sales in Amazon store actually come from those independent sellers, most of which are small and medium-sized businesses. And the impact that those independent sellers have on their communities, jobs, those sellers actually in 2023, they employed 1.8 million people in communities across the U.S.
Big number.
It's huge. It's huge. And I think for us, the important thing beyond the partnership and the investments in the tools and the services that we provide to actually help amplify their growth is what's fueling this incredible giving back to their communities. Wow. And that's really important to us.
Because you are setting women up for success.
Absolutely.
And Tamron, the Women's Bean Project, I love this because for many reasons you are transforming lives, but it gives women who are often the underdog, the people that are invisible, a chance, in particular women who've been incarcerated.
Well, and I think that's the key, is women who have been formerly incarcerated have an unemployment rate of 27%, which is higher than any point in our country, including the Great Depression.
I love the quote that I read from you. You said, when you change one woman's life, you change a family's life. That touched my heart.
Well, and we believe that all women have the power to transform their lives through employment. So we hire the women experiencing chronic unemployment. A typical woman we hire hasn't had a job longer than a year in her lifetime, though the average age is 37. So they have long histories of addiction and incarceration and homelessness and domestic violence. And they come to work for us in our food manufacturing business. And during the time they're with us, they're learning basic job readiness skills so that they can go on into the community and become great employees for someone else.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm in it. So, Natalie, each year, thousands of sellers like Tamron, they go on Amazon Accelerate, which is your annual premier seller conference. But you say this is more than about networking, right? This is an event for businesses to succeed.
Yes, absolutely. So Accelerate, which is our annual conference where we welcome thousands and thousands of sellers in person to Seattle.
They look like they're having a blast.
They're having a great time. It is fantastic. It's so much fun. But it's really the time during the year where they can actually meet Amazon executives, hear the incredible announcements and product launches, talk to each other, network, learn tips and tools. And then this year was our second annual Force for Good Awards, which is where we recognized 3 independent sellers, Tamron and the Women's Bean Project being one of them.
Congratulations! I love that. I love that. So, Tamron, Force for Good grant, the impact on the Women's Bean Project. How do you explain or describe the impact that has?
Well, it's a $50,000 grant. That's a big deal.
That's a huge impact.
Yes. Well, I want to say first that we've been on the Amazon store since 2006. Wow. And what that has done for Women's Bean Project is given us exposure to thousands of people we wouldn't have otherwise been able to. And we've sold thousands and thousands of dollars through our Amazon store. It's been hugely impactful.
I love that. I mean, when you think about it, starting out in 2006 to now, there have been trying times in between then and now, and there you are, still there.
Yes.
Still there.
And the Force for Good grant will be used, so the way the women split their time with us is 70% of their paid time is working in our business in some way. So on our food manufacturing floor or doing our fulfillment. 30% of their paid time is when they work on themselves. We call that the you job. the YOU job, where
You're gonna make me cry. This is so beautiful.
So she's learning financial literacy and improving her math and reading skills. She's learning about conflict resolution. And one of the things we'll use this grant for is to introduce a self-defense class. So all of these things are focused around not just helping her become a better employee, but helping her become a better human. And I think ultimately,
I love that. I love that.
so we're helping women move back into the community. One woman said to me once, for the first time in my life when I came to Women's Beam Project, someone's more concerned with my future than my past.
That's a whole word. I mean, that means so much. And I'm so proud and just honored that you came on our show to expose and share these journeys, because they get lost. And if our platform is going to be anything, we're not going to let anybody be invisible or get lost in this shuffle of life. Thank you to Natalie, Tamra, our sponsor, Amazon. And here's the deal. Fam, scan the QR code on your screen to show your support of the Women's Beam Project on Amazon. The code is right